We're on the record with Rodney Granado and Jameer Ali when we're talking auto sports. A lot of the times, people see the carnage on the roads. They see these car accidents and they blame dragging on the road, they racing. But when you look at these cars, it's somebody grandmother car the thief, it's somebody car the pickup. It's not what we would call a modified or a racing car. But you still get the knock about racing. What is the position of the association on street racing? How do we stop that? How we deal with this? And how do we deal with the whole defensive driving issue?
Well, the Trinidad and Tobago Automobile Sports Association have taken the initiative that if any members is caught street racing or illegal racing, they will be banned from the club. They will be thrown out of the club.
Like that already.
Right, that is one. Two, we have started driving schools to teach people to control car, because now we have cars are doing 100 kilometers again. We're talking serious power now with
any car.
That's right.
Like one.
Tida now is what is so fast. I mean, I drove one the other day. It was like wow.
Yeah.
So what we have in place is that the 17-year-old who now gets his license, and before his father buy him Evo or a Subaru or a Skyline, you know, it's like handing him a loaded gun without any training. So he's going out there and drive without any experience. Lose control of that car, he's going to hurt himself. So we will advise that parents out there, before you get into that and buying these fast cars for your kids, you know, contact us. You know, let me put them to a driving school to learn to properly drive.
Event, what do you call it, the drag and wine.
That's right.
You know, drag and wine and solar decks are two good avenues that people with just average car, stock as they say, could come in and just learn to handle a car.
Learn to handle a car
in in a controlled environment. I mean, the driving school Jameer talk about, that's really good. But you come in and as you get a little better, you get points, you get competition, and you reach a competitor level. Because I remember I going up to drag and wine when it now started, and it was kind of small, and now it's a real popular event because, I mean, they don't really have a big facility at ARC Arima Race Club. It's just a small facility. It's just a big car park, and you have the karters following there, the drag and wine people there. You have some of the drifting guys, and of course solar decks. And solar decks is a real nice place to start off, right? The Devinat and those guys are doing a real good job, and then Roll is also doing a good job with the drag and wine in a controlled environment, and that's where you really want to get, because it's always get me vexed when people say in the papers, reporters, I mean, in the media as well, and people saying people was drag racing, and I can't understand how you drag racing.
We need to stop that nonsense.
Drag racing a Yaris. Drag racing a...
Why we call any people name drag racing a unmodified stock automobile?
Yeah, but also...
From somebody.
Also, Dennis, with Roll Mahabe, they have that's Trinidad and Tobago Automobile Association as well, right? They have their decade of road safety, the action road safety, and that's going on for a little while, and they're working with Arrival Live, and they're trying to foster that discipline on the road.
So the fraternity is pushing apart, because I find that the driving test. Long time you used to go on health test, you had to do 3-point thing, then you had to do a parking in the road, you had to do all of these things. Now it's like, oh Shams, we're supposed to let you drive. You know what I mean? I find it's too easy, right? I have no knock against any young man or responsible young woman trying to go and be mobile. I don't have a problem with that. I don't want anybody to say that I trying to play a hate on any young person. But what we're seeing is, let's put these things together. It's like you're trying to start a fire. You need the fuel and you need the match. You have these young people. You have every weekend, you have 3 or 4 all-inclusive. You could take your pick. These young people want to go out and drink. They're socializing. They want to show off. That is a natural human instinct. And like you said before, these cars fast. So put those things together, you're looking for an accident.
But Dennis, if you look at it, if you analyze like internationally, the US, Europe, they have points on it and credits on your driver's permit. They have a lot of big fines, and they have a lot of cameras, and they have stronger law enforcement. You could drive from here to south. I show when I leave the show, I drive from here to south, I might not see a police car. I don't know if the camera is working.
They have a lot of police cars.
We have the longest stretch
I just drove along here and I see a police car.
Unmonitored highway in the Western Hemisphere. The only place that it have highway like this is Germany and the Autobahn. All right? Anyhow.
But law enforcement had to play a big role in trying to monitor the speeds.
You need to see them flashing lights.
To see the speeds on the road. I mean, you're coming down the road, you know it's 80 km, you're coming down 80 miles per hour rather. You're coming down the road.
No, it's 80 kilometers per hour.
Right, you're coming down the road and people just passing and you want to know what's really going on here.
And
right?
you can't do it
miles,
so.
Yeah, 50 miles, 80 km. And people just passing here and nobody picking up on it. And then when an accident, they want to see about them people's drag racing road. And that is what has got most of the motorsport people, if I check them, they keep themselves they hold it together. You will hardly find any of the pro motorsport people, I can tell you for a fact, on the road drag racing. There's a lot of young people uncontrolled. You have some older people too with no discipline on the road, and they making a bad name for the motorsport facilities to come. Because if you have like how they have like a basketball park, a basketball court, you have a football field, you have young people want to go out on Sunday to go on drag race, they want to go and drive carts, they want to go with their bikes or whatever, and we do have that kind of thing in Trinidad and Tobago. Even X Games, you have people like Trevor Hall had his little bike, he was doing all the little tricks and whatever. You had to go in a basketball park. When you go to the US, they have extreme parks, skateboard parks,